Good muggly morning / good muggly evening, everybody in the world. Good morning. Have a great day. Time zones are fun. I am really high on morphine today, and we're having good. Thank you for the gift sub that has just bopped in my ear. But today is a glorious day because we get to talk about Fanfest. But before we get into that, I am with my co-host Chili. Chili, how are we doing?
I'm good, thank you. I've been enjoying the patch. I've enjoyed the Alliance raid, obviously, for reasons. I've been enjoying the dungeon. The story content was good. I do want more content. Like, I haven't done the Unreal yet or like anything like that. So as much as the patch was nice, I am still waiting for the second part and Beastmaster, which will be later. So yeah, I'm excited. I enjoyed the patch. But as I've told a lot of people, probably just not rushed to do it yet. Like, it's fun, but you know, you've got till, well, as we know from Fanfest now, we've got till January. So yeah.
That's why I haven't even started. Though I did raid during last weekend. I did raid, had fun. I didn't stream it because we were in Party Finder a lot, and you know how Party Finder is. Definitely if you're on EU, missing tanks, missing everything. It's hell. But good things to talk about because they mentioned it in FanFest, which I'm incredibly happy for. But just for you lovely people that heads up and are worried about me that I haven't been streaming, I had surgery and then I became a klutz and I cut my hand open. I have stitches in hand. Medically, I'm a mess, but we got FanFest and we have a very important guest on today as well. I'm going to let Chili introduce them.
Well, we've had them on before and they were crazy enough to rejoin us. But a lovely streamer, a lovely individual, Pyra, is back. I'm hoping I said that right. Pyra is back. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me back. Maybe you're the crazy ones for having me back.
No, you were wonderful to chat with. I feel like we didn't have enough time last time. I felt like we rushed. Did we rush? I can't remember. It felt like there was a reason for rushing, or am I going crazy?
We rushed because Pyra had raid.
Ah, that was it. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And then we raided into.
I do not. We're done with Savage. Besides our re-clear tonight,
Talk
is
about
the
raid.
nice night.
You are planning an event this weekend, right? Or am I going crazy?
Oh, I am. I am trying to get an unsynced run of the new Chaotic Elect because that's now a thing. And it was really, I remember doing it and I cleared it a couple times on content, but it was really hard to get a full group together, even in Party Finder. So I really want to go through and try and just see even what unsynced feels like. So I'm trying to get as many people who want to come in as possible. We can give that a try. Hopefully get some.
I tried for about 4 months, but yeah, I never got a clear.
It was painful.
Because I was party finding it. We were having like I had a Discord group, but the issue is people kept dropping every week. So we kept making progress, and then people left, and we get new people, and we'd make progress, and then people. So it's like one day we'll actually get a group of people that will stick together one day, which never happened.
That was the problem with Party Finder too. Like I remember even on content, somebody would leave the party and then, or like it'd take sometimes up to 2 hours to fill. And then we'd go in maybe 1 or 2 wipes and then one person would leave and then almost half the party, if not more, would leave. And then it just, it was painful.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how PF rocks, really. PF, I feel like a lot of people are impatient. They do like 2 runs and then they just leave.
Yeah, I think Chaotic being a full Alliance raid amount of people just made it way more painful.
Now, obviously, if you played WoW has that anyway, because we have a lot of people. We had, I think, 24, 26 today. And so getting people that they come in for like 2 pulls, fuck off, and then you have to do more. You have to sit and just wait for people to apply for it. It's how you get used to it, but it's like painful. I didn't do it. I did not do the Chaotic. I think I watched like Mione and like other people do it. I never did it myself. I don't know what I was doing at the time. Was it like Christmas time it came out? I can't remember where it came out.
Yep, it was around Christmas time.
Yeah, it came out.
I remember
Christmas,
hanging out in the new Christmas.
Yeah, that's when that's why I was getting my leg crushed. So I had a medical need to be done. So I didn't really play the game that much because it was just me going from medical place to medical place, sleeping, medical place, sleep, the occasional raid. But luckily, with the new system coming into place in FanFest of the new Party Finder system, where the Party Finder now would be finally like just full on cross region. So if you're in EU, it'll be Chaos and Light can finally everyone can Party Finder. I'm happy because EU shouldn't have never split up, in my opinion. Because no one's talking, so I'm a little bit worried.
No,
Oh,
no, I
no,
was just thinking, NA is
I'm
also
just
split up.
daydreaming.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm just daydreaming of how nice it'll be. That's
Yeah.
so of course, for context, watching, didn't know I was at NA FanFest. It was my first one, and
Woo.
my husband is a huge Ultimate Raider specifically. Like, he does Savage too, but his main character has been on Aether for months and months and months, and I literally looked at him when they made the announcement. I'm like, you can come home from the war.
You can come home from the front line. I get to see you again.
Yay.
84 years.
84 years.
The funniest part, though, is I'm on Aether, but I have to jump to Dynamis because my ultimate group is actually on Dynamis.
Oh,
But soon you
Painful.
won't need to, because they're actually setting all this up before the expansion. So
Yes,
it is
because
actually in
that's
the
smart.
works currently. They said it was in this patch, but it's getting trialed out in Japan first.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it's good. They're going to start coming over here, which is really good, because obviously we're getting that shit started, ready for when the expansion launches. Because you know the expansion, when it launches, we're going to be in Q hell. I
Yes.
feel it. Servers are going to go down. We're going to be in Q hell. We're gonna get DDoS. It's gonna happen.
And by the way, when you say that, I will say that the DDoS will be people actually logging in more than an actual, like, DDoSes can
It
happen
depends.
naturally from actual players. Like,
depend, because we're gonna have
I mean,
a
there'll
lot
be
of
some
streaming.
angry Blizzard people, maybe.
How is that? It's more on the line. We're gonna have a lot of stream.
Oh yeah.
Because obviously we're going to have Iron Mouse, because she did a collaboration effort for NA, which I'm incredibly jealous, by the way, that they got a concert. So incredibly jealous. Her covers pretty decent, pretty good, loved it. But obviously a bunch of her friends and all that will come play. I think I was watching Henya the Genius, like, clips of her like going through Savage. It was fucking hilarious. Because I think I've lost the joy of. I wouldn't say I've lost the joy of playing the game. It's not that I'm burnt out. It's just that, you know, when you have played every class and no class is kind of hitting you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
when you just log in, you're like, I don't really know what to play.
Yeah.
But I've been playing Black Mage, and I'm just like sitting there going, I like pressing the fire button. I like
It's
big
the
fireballs.
best button besides Leyline.
I tried to
I've
do
been a
some
Black
raids.
Mage main for 11 years, and fire besides Leyline to the.
But talk about, before we move on too much from the Alliance stuff, do you you know how Celtic is like an Alliance trial in a way, but because it's a raid. You know, they actually tested that in FanFest in a way in the past.
Really?
There was back in, was it 28? Was it? I can't remember if it was 2018 or 26. I just remember it's one of those. You know how Proto Ultima is in the Alliance raid? They removed the succubus and put Proto Ultima in.
Yes.
That.
Yeah.
At FanFest, that was actually a trial. That was a 24-person trial that they had at the event originally, and then they eventually decided. Yeah, Proto Ultima was actually a trial before they decided to
I
just
forgot
plump it.
about that.
Before they decided to plump it into the Alliance raid and remove the succubus. So
Well,
yeah.
okay. The succubus is not removed. It's if you have the quest and you go in there, it's Proto
Yeah.
Ultima. But if nobody has the quest, I think it goes back to the succubus.
It should still go back to the succubus if nobody has the Ultima quest in
because one,
quest
the
line.
succubus has a really good sword, or I say a really cool sword that drops.
I think you
the
can
succubus.
buy the sword, right? Though I think the sword is
Can you
actually
buy it
dropped.
now?
I think you can buy it from the gold saucer.
Oh, okay. So I remember
think-
it used to drop then. I thought it was just really cool.
Yeah, I think so.
Because it was just like glamour, like we used for glamour. It wasn't actually like a very good fucking weapon. It was just a glamour thing. And I remember that drop like one time because I was like, oh fuck me, there's no Proto Ultima here. This is weird.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go.
But yeah, I thought, yeah, go for it. But you know, I hope they do more chaotic 24 mans, because I think it had a real good sense of when people did it, and it had really good rewards, which I know the Final Fantasy 14 is kind of lacking the reward part, apparently, according to Twitter. And according
Okay,
to
yeah.
a lot of people.
The blood sword was moved to the gold saucer and is now 10,000 MGP.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
So I would like them to bring like out raid series as they go as chaotic, because I think that would be fun for people to do. So they just grab like a character or from a raid and be like, you know, let's just make this. You know what? Let's make the number boss a chaotic
Mr.
and
Prime.
see every single Final Fantasy player lose their mind trying to do prime numbers on a larger scale.
I don't know why.
I hope they do chaotic again. Like my only bad notes on the chaotic that we have was just I wish that they would have made it like little less of body checks, like a little bit more like you could save it, because I know the I think it was the tower. Like that was just really tough if people know where to go. So I wish they had a little less body check and replace that with something else.
I mean, to be fair, this don't get me wrong with this, but this Savage has been a complete just pure body check. If like one person dies, it's like, fuck. At least for 10, what I'm on. We also got to Enrage at some point last weekend as well. I was like, cool. To the blowjob bros, as Chili keeps calling them.
I mean, that's what they're called, right?
Bro. That's that's effectively what they're called. I hate it, but I'm just kind of.
I just call them
I
server
can't deny it any
bros.
longer.
I just call them server bros, me.
I know that I'm with you, Paul, but the community has spoken. It's like calling,
I don't know if I can say this,
Dancing
but
Mad you mad.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but when I was like shoutcasting the Savage in the actual shoutcast Discord, Frosty was like, "Chili, you better behave," because he knew that I was. If I'd got that one.
It was the nipple mechanics, right? That's why he was worried, because he kept talking about the nipple mechanics. Yeah. So you need to behave. Like, people think that I'm the bad one in this, but Lily's the worst.
But thank you very much for the sub for 3 months. For 3 months in advance. Wait, what? Thank you for 3 months of tier 1.
You can do that.
Thank you for pre-ordering your subs. I think.
What? Fuck me. There's at one time I think I know Twitch, and it just throws me out of the fucking left field.
Thank you
Bit
so
like
much.
Final Fantasy, who threw me out of the left field when we got so many great. I'm going to say
glitches.
it. NA got quite a lot of good shit, at least like content-wise, to talk about.
Yes, I'm excited. Pyra, actually, I want to know, as it was your first Fanfest, what was your thoughts on it? Like, and
it was amazing. Honestly, I went in with a very open mindset. Like, I've played this game for a third of my life. Oh my god, I've played this game for a third of my life. Okay, that's an existential crisis for later. I played this game for a third of my life, and so I was just going and wanting to just have excitement around everything, and the keynote was just insane, and it really just threw like a really good spin, like not spin, but like it really kicked us off to a really good vibe for the whole weekend, and it was just so much.
Now,
good.
Something that's been bugging me is a lot of the times at these events, they have like little panels and stuff like that to do around the event. You remember, Paul? Like, there's like stuff to do, like different like activities. I actually haven't heard any activities from this Fanfest, and that's what's been I'm not going to lie, it's confused me a little bit.
I thought they went around and did stickers, and they had the dance floor and stuff like that.
But like,
yeah,
I know there's stuff there, but I haven't heard. I didn't hear about the punching bag. So that, compared to like some of the other Fanfests, I know there was stuff there, but I just don't know what, because I hadn't heard anything about it. Nobody's really talked about anything that was actually at Fanfest, at least on my feed.
I can give you a rundown.
Yay! I'm excited.
Yeah, so the biggest, grandest thing, there was a gigantic inflatable dancing green next to a big dance floor that somebody I actually know was actually programming it with the floor mechanics similar to Dancing Green, and so you had to dance and do the mechanics in real time. I didn't get to try it because there was always lines, but I watched it. It was so fun. It was amazing. There was a crystalline conflict area in which you stood 2 teams of 5 and you rolled a dice, and if you got I think it was like if you got a 5, or I don't know what it was, but you had to roll a dice, and if you got a certain number, you could you would, like, there would be essentially just a shard in the middle that they would push towards you or away from you, almost like a tug of war, but with dice, which was a lot of fun. That one was one of the sticker scavenger hunt challenges. They had a few carnival style games. One of them was like a ring toss. They had one that was you roll the balls onto a ramp, and then like the alpacas you would try to like race your alpacas who would make it to the end. I don't know if you've seen any of those.
I think I've seen stuff like that in a way.
A lot of people did not take pictures of that stuff. I don't know if they didn't let you take didn't but obviously because we were living vicariously through Twitter and obviously the stream. So on my feed, I didn't really see like much of it. It was like mainly like, oh yeah, so and so this, oh look at that coming out, oh my god, and then the doom and gloom because there was a lot of doom and gloom because
so much
doom and gloom.
There's a YouTuber that I
Oh,
really enjoyed
gosh.
watching. I'm not going to name drop him because I'm also going to be a bit mean to him, but I respect his videos. But like 2 days after the Fanfest and everyone's excited about Evolved, he makes a video like, oh my god, White Mage is going to suck more. I'm
Ugh.
like, I know you like White Mage and you've been playing White Mage for a long time, and he's showing footage of him doing Celtic and Savage as White Mage. Like, I do all the end game. I'm like, yeah, no, just wait, please.
Yeah.
I have my thoughts on that because I did play White Mage for a long time, but we haven't really like got over that. But we're just gonna go through like how the Fanfest was, and then we're gonna go into what the fuck
Yeah.
is coming.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But
So,
yeah, no, I'm sorry. Just
we could be
you talk
here
about
for a
doom and
very
gloom.
long time.
You talking about
Yeah.
doom and gloom just made me think of his videos, which makes me sad because again, you got 9 months. Wait 9 months and then start dooming and glooming, please.
It's not even wait 9 months. It's like wait till Media Tour when we get the full extent. Wait till all the other FanFests are going. Get the full scope of picture and then think how you feel. Because I'm not doing and glooming because I'm like, fuck, finally. I'm getting old. I can't live up to all these button pressing. Not now, as I've got one hand. So, I could really use that certain mode soon. But with FanFest, obviously you said like ring toss and like it kind of reminds me because we had that in the London one where they had like cool little little events. I didn't do any personally. Did they have fishing there? Because we had like a fishing one in
that
London.
fishing one was cool.
Yeah, no fishing.
No fish?
No fishing. There was a few more like photo op areas. They had really cool displays for like photo ops. Like you had the big gondola with Grahatia. You had like this giant XIV in the center. The punching thing, like you were saying, Paul. They had like the carnival arcade like punching bag, like test your strength machine. It was a lot of like there were some really big things, and then there was a lot of like smaller things. Like even there was like a little Tulio Lol market with that's also where they hung the pictures from the art contest. So it was actually cool. They had physical prints of the art from the art contest. Yeah, and you could just walk through. They had string lights. So cool. It really felt immersive, like tents. You could like walk through and look at people's art. It was like not the biggest thing in the world, but it was fun. It was a lot of different little things that you could do.
You had actual food as well. I know that sounds weird, but you had food.
Oh, they had actual foods.
They could
actual
eat
food.
stuff. They had stuff they could put in their mouths.
And out. Yes.
Bro,
well,
they had Jollibees. Obviously, they had food.
Oh my gosh. That was one of the coolest things inside is somebody in the community is like a cosplayer and they make a lot of cosplays, and they had somebody dressed up as Jollibee Lovely.
Yeah, well, I saw that on Twitter.
It was the best thing ever. And she was adorable too. And I was thinking it because ever since the collab happened, I was like, Jollibee Lovely, and they leaned right into it. They knew right away.
They said the assignment.
Oh yes, they did. I was so proud. I was like, oh my gosh. They had the actual Jollibee mascot there too.
Okay, so like the one thing as we're talking about cosplay, a lot of cosplayers are kind of actually upset at Square Enix for the cosplay because the cosplayers felt like they were rushed.
Well, from what I've heard, it wasn't just the fact that they were rushed. It was the fact that they had a segment that was planned. Yeah. But the previous segment, because of technical difficulties, I think got pushed, delayed a little bit, so they extended. But because they extended the previous segment before it, they cut at the end of the cosplay section before it was supposed to end. So, it was like, which sucks. I understand that they had technical issues, but like, man, the cosplays put so much effort and love into what they do, and they take so much time that anything I know everyone's going to hate me, but I would rather a dev panel be cut a little bit than the cosplay stuff because I know how much effort goes into the cosplay stuff. They could easily, I know it sounds mean, they could have easily made an additional video for the dev panel. But hey, that's just me.
I agree with that too, because even when you think of it, people who are flying across the country paying for extra luggage to put in the thing, they're spending months of time. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe they actually finished up the cosplay walk sooner than it's scheduled time. So they rushed people, and at the same time, it was they still had more time at the end. So I feel so bad for some of the I think a lot of cosplayers had a good time and they got their time through, but it sounded like it was just rushed.
I think a lot of the cosplayers that were just there to have fun, but there were some cosplayers there that their primarily like creativity is cosplay, and cosplay peeps, because I spoke to a lot of them when I've gone to con, and they have a certain etiquette. If someone has 30 seconds to walk across, they want to give them their 30 seconds to shove, not just, oh, they're walking out and now I have to walk out, because they're getting rushed to do so because they are running out of time. And I think that's what they felt like, because I think, I can't remember, it was saying on Twitter, it was ages ago, I'm on like hella drugs right now, so I can't remember it fully. But yeah, being it rushed and being that a lot of people that had, again, some great cosplays was there, and I feel like, yeah, it could have been done better. Yeah, the other panel had technical difficulties. You should really try it out beforehand. But I'm not a tech guy. But we have backup.
I heard the cameraman too was just not
terrible. Apparently, he was terrible. Where did you get your camera license?
I'm trying to be. Are you licensed to operate that camera?
Are you licensed?
No.
Yeah, you licensed.
Do you have your forklift license, sir?
I feel like it was like a poor intern that got kind of like, you're on camera at work, and he's like, I can't.
You have your doctorate? You need it for this.
You need it to do this camera work. Like, God. But no, I liked it. I enjoyed the PvP. I knew a couple of people that did the PvP because I actually played with them and I've actually communicated with some of them. Absolutely great. It's great to see him. Great to see him on live stage. Congratulations to people who won. It was really good. Really good to watch as well. But other than that, Fanfest. I feel like you guys got so. I was very jealous of the Iron Mouse concert. I have to admit, very jealous.
I feel so bad because that panel had started, and that was about lunchtime. And I went with my husband Adam. I was like, yeah, no, let's get lunch now. We can watch the Iron Mouse after the fact too. And then we come back in from grabbing food because we were looking at the food trucks, and then she's halfway through her concert. I'm like, wait, what? Panicking. I'm like, no, we missed half of it. But yeah, no, that was the Iron Mouse collab in general was not expected. Like, it was definitely welcome.
But it was very left field as well.
Great,
like that,
but I
out of nowhere.
wasn't expecting it. And then a concert on top of that. I was like, we're eating good today.
Yeah, I thought she was just gonna like come on screen, talk to Yoshi P about the game, and then like that was it.
Yeah.
And I have a couple of. But no, have a whole bloody concert of her doing like a couple of like song covers. I thought was amazing. I didn't expect her to do the very seductive one. I didn't. That was a fucking left field.
That was, by the way, that's the succubus one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the succubus one. Yeah.
I still remember was it Koji said the fact that he Googled BDSM for that so he could look up how it. Yeah, he was like, oh yeah, I Googled BDSM and I found a Wikipedia page to cover like it was told the song the fight was a succubus and it's all about BDSM and seduction. So it's like, yeah, I went on to Google and started Googling BDSM and doing research.
I love Koji. I love him so much. That's somebody who I wanted to meet at FanFest, and I didn't. And it was just, I was like, no, I really want to meet him because I want to ask him. If anybody ever gets to speak to him, I want to know what his favorite metalcore, because I am also a very big metalcore fan, and I need to know because I think we'd be better. But I don't know, and I will never know.
Mione says, guest concert for Berlin. Perhaps Chili gets on the stage and sings Celine Dion dressed as Yuna.
I'll pay for it. I'll pay to see it. I'll pay to watch it.
People would pay to unwatch it.
Can you wash my eyes out? No.
I'd like to buy some bleach, please.
I'll be there with the glow sticks cheering you. Don't worry. I just gotta find a way to Berlin.
So I am very, I'll say, I'm not very nitpicky, but for what I did see, they got rid of most of the chair for obviously the concerts and for the PvP. I guess they did that because they wanted to get rid, because I think the concert was like after all that. I really want to know, did they have a selected box for disabled people and stuff like that? Because they did last time. They did last time for at least EU. We had the little box area for, I think it was, I was about to say MVPs, but VIPs or journalists and stuff like that, and also for disabled people. Like myself, I was able to get a seat because I am disabled. Did they have that at your FanFest?
They had a weird setup. I would say it's not the worst setup I've seen and not the best. So that front area, first thing when we came in on Saturday, the front area, like maybe the 10 rows, maybe more than that, of chairs were completely gone for the pit, as they call it. And there were seats on either sides of the pit after the big aisle. And so in the front area, I believe, was the ADA spaces for disability. And I know for anybody who was a wheelchair user, they ended up having them go to the very left and the very right closest to the wall. Because I ended up standing on the wall up towards the front for the Primals concert. They allowed us to stand there because at first they were going to kick us all out. And then they're like, as long as you leave enough room for a wheelchair to turn around, like I think they gave it like, I don't know, like 7-8 feet. As long as you leave plenty of space, then you guys can stay here. And then there were like a handful of wheelchair users who came up and were able to just like pull up next to the row of seats, and they were able to see fully. I mean, it was an obstructed view, which kind of sucked, but it was also the way that the building was there, because there were like big pillars that were just, you couldn't move them. The VIP was actually, if I'm correct, it was more towards the back. Media, so for the concert, media was like behind the pit. They didn't even get preference over anything else. So, but the first day, Friday, it was a mix of ADA was allowed in very early in the morning, as well as media. So they were able to get like the first chunk of, and then what they call VIP, which is more of who Square Enix, I believe, invited themselves, like actors or just other people that they would have invited.
Okay, good. So I'm hoping they do. I say do. Haha, PJ. Because I'm hoping Berlin, because Berlin is very, I'm saying Berlin because it's Germany. Germany have very good health and safety and stuff like that. So hopefully I better get seats, and hopefully I get a badge, because for tickets you don't say, hey, I'm disabled on the ticket, because there was no like thing to fill that in. So it's like you go there. It was the same with the London one. When we went there, obviously they saw that I had a cane, so they asked, hey, do you need a disability thing? And I was like, yes, thank you. By the way, very nice people. Hopefully I don't have to learn German when I'm there. Or I'm going to be fucked.
It's okay. We've made sure that a load of our friends that know German have tickets. The secret sub plan for us giving tickets to friends. So that we...
Yes, you think we was giving you this? I only know swear words in German.
I have so many allergies. I want to make sure I have enough people around me so that I know that what I mean isn't going to kill me.
Yes, that's
valid. It's very valid. I know one word in German. Nein. That's about it.
Nein.
So that's
Nein,
all the food you put in front of me. Can I eat this? Nein.
Mione in chat says, I know German. Okay, so I guess I'm doing what I did in the first North American FanFest, where I'm just going to find people and like hopefully don't get in trouble for following them, because I was so scared.
But you did that and they tried to kill you. So, you know.
That's fair. But I was so scared the first NA FanFest that I was just finding tall people and following them around, because it was my first time. Like, I'd been out of country, but like it was my first time like on my own. Like Texas, I was staying with people. Wisconsin, I was staying with some people. This is my first. 2016 was my first time in Vegas on my own ever. 2018 Vegas, I slept in the closet, but 2016 Vegas, I was there on my own for the first time, and it was look. I cannot confirm or deny any of that, Mione.
Business. Yeah, business.
So yeah, anyway, I was just because Americans seem really tall, like so. I was just finding tall people and like following. Yeah, they're so tall. You're all so tall.
No, I'm short.
No, Chili, you're fucking short, man. You can't. Yeah. You can't say American is Chili. You're short.
Yeah, which by default makes them tall.
You know.
Like Chili, like you weren't the shortest one there because Leonie's friend Jamie was short. It was literally like a munch. Like he was short. Like you were taller than him. Like he's like probably the only person you were taller than.
Yeah.
But okay, so we talked about Fanfest. Now we talk
I
about
agree,
the
Manny,
real,
thank
the real. Okay, the real trench coat of Fanfest was the trailer.
Yes.
What did we think of the trailer?
I've watched it so many times breaking down things that make no sense, but I hope make sense. Like,
I like that. I watched it so much, I wanted to make sense of it all.
like there's some people, like there was one, like it has no, like there's no real reason for it, but like someone pointed out, like the aura in the trailer has one eye, and
Yeah, it looks like
considering
Odin.
they're like maybe that's there's the actual, maybe it's gonna be Odin. I'm like, oh, that'd be
when because we did a podcast the day before,
Yeah.
and we were doing our predictions and stuff like that. And then when I saw it was like cold and shit, I was like, oh my god, I got my wish. I
Yeah.
got my wish.
Yeah.
Yes. And then when they were like going for it, I was like waiting for the so you're finally awake. You've been catching up. I was like, oh my god, it's Skyrim. Oh my god, Skyrim. In
They're just
Final
becoming the
Fantasy.
same game now.
yeah.
It's just,
I was like, oh my
it is just everything's reset. We're back to a Realm Reborn, but Skyrim edition. No.
I was like, oh my god, maybe it is like songstress, and you're going to do like the fucking dragon shouts and shit like that. I was like, oh my god, that's the new fucking class or whatever, the job. And I was like, oh my god, maybe it's just the fucking dragon ball. You start yelling at things. I'll be down to play that.
I will say the person who's like kind of the storyteller, I guess, like the older storyteller that's telling the young child. Before I saw that was an all-around child, I literally thought it was like, wait, is this like a flashback to Matoya and Ishtola? I was like, that was my fantasy for a little bit. I
That's
was like,
exactly where I went to as well.
That's where my brain went.
Like,
I was just like, Matoya?
Matoya? It's like, wait a minute.
I mean, especially considering, well, you got to remember also the older lady is in fact a Makote.
But also, actually, finally, more older characters. Because we have not like, we got one in Dawn Trail, which was like, I'm going to say the babysitter. Was it the babysitter? Yeah. No, she weren't. She was like a friend of like Wooklamart, or someone that helped her in the thing, went off and then became really old and stuff like that. But we saw that. And I was like, oh yeah. But seeing a lot more old characters like Matoya, we need that grandma fucking energy. We need that fucking, Nana that's gonna hit you with like a what are they called? a chong or whatever? A chongla? Yeah, hit with the slipper. The slipper.
Oh, Chongla.
That's it. Yeah. Like, we need that like grandma like, energy.
I thought you were trying to remember Chort's name. I was like, okay, we're back to Chort. Everything is
Back to Chort.
Everything is short. As I joked, someone's
I
like,
love Chort.
someone's going to say Merry Chortmas and seasonal Chort, at the end of the year. And I joke saying,
I'm
like,
making my
no,
Christmas cards.
actually,
Hold up.
during the next FanFest, I'm like, due to public demand, the expansion has been renamed from Evercold to Everchort.
Everchort. You know, as much as I'm really excited for Evercold, I would.
Like I get a very Norse vibe, which I like. I like Norse mythology and all that. I think it's fucking badass. I think it looks cool. Some of the areas, these big fucking like titans. I'm like, okay, it's pretty sick. Now, if they actually move when we're in the open world, if they start moving, I'm gonna be like,
I mean, I think they teased that, didn't they? I thought they teased that.
I think
Imagine if there's going to be like some Shadow of the Colossus style fights, but for the open world, where everyone has to climb up and try and climb up to the top and do like a fight at the top of the enemy.
Oh,
because they did say they're trying to make again what I've been asking for. They're fucking listening to the podcast. I want more outer world content.
Yes.
And then when they said that, I was like, there is a Square Enix employee that fucking sits here and watches Moogle Go Round. I swear to fuck.
That's been my biggest gripe with 14. I love 14. I have mostly all positive notes, but I hate that it feels like the time that you have in a zone so short-lived. And then once the expansion's gone, even before an expansion's gone, it's just a desolate waste.
Yep.
And I'm like, I miss a Realm Reborn back when Odin was the biggest, hardest thing you could do in the game. When you had to beg your whole server, you had to text your friends, get on TeamSpeak, and message your friends and be like, hey, get on the game. We need to kill Odin and everybody's dead. Help.
Odin's up. Come on.
That, like,
Shroud, let's go.
That
Behemoth.
vibe.
Yeah,
Behemoth,
Behemoth.
yes. Yes.
And
We
I
need
miss.
more of that.
And Odin had a unique mechanic that I don't think has been replaced by any other fight, right? Because the person that beats Odin becomes Odin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
it's the
we
sword,
have
right?
the world boss fight. Oh yeah,
Because the sword is the Odin primal, right? The sword itself is the Odin. So it's whoever killed him gets like copied by the sword, and that they become the primal when it respawns.
yes.
But by the
I
way,
feel like super bosses need to be everywhere. I feel like, yeah, Nixian was like, yeah, it was the last time we got, it was Nixian. We need more things like that, in which I hope that's what they're going to bring, these giant titans, like something like you were going to have to go up top or some shit, or like go up top of them, climb them, and then there's just a boss up there, shit like that.
in some
or
ways, this is why I'm
fly up
sad
there.
that they use the weapons from Final Fantasy VII now, because that would have been so cool. Because you've never played 7, but in 7, I guess spoilers for Remake Part 3 in case they do it for that. But in the original 7, once you get a certain point of the storyline, the world activates the weapons as a defense force for the planet, to try and protect the planet. So the world itself activates these like living biological weapons that are like actually wandering around the overworld that you can bump into. And those were and they were used as the trial fights in the previous, I can't remember which expansion it was now. I'm done. The Trials of Wallet. Ruby, Emerald, and Sapphire, and all that lot. Shadowbringer. Thank you. So imagine if that would been, if we could have had that walking about in Evercold. That'd been so cool. Just bump into Ruby weapon. Oh my god, I would. By the way, anyone ever played Final Fantasy VII? I'll give you some advice for Ruby weapon. Okay, here is another advice for fighting Ruby weapon: kill yourself before you go in.
In game.
Yeah, in game.
For legal reasons, in game.
Legal reason, in game. The reason why I say this is because he had the ability at the start of battle that if, as soon as you went in, he would remove 2 of your teammates, completely. Not like knock them out, just like remove them from the battle so you couldn't fight with them. But if you would go in with 2 teammates knocked out and 1 character alive, he would skip that mechanic and you'd be able to fight with an actual full team of players. That's the only way you could do it. So yeah. Hades would also paralyze Ruby weapon, and Knights are a good combo because Final Fantasy VII was fun, but it was such a easy to break game. You had like something called final attack materia, which means that when you died, you would do an attack, right? As a counter, but you could pair that up with other abilities. So if you paired final attack materia with Phoenix materia, you would die and just get back right up again. So yeah, sorry for the Final Fantasy VII. I'm gonna say one last Final Fantasy VII thing. I think the volcano is going to be the equivalent of Midgar from Final Fantasy VII. I'm sorry. I don't think it's going to be exactly 1-to-1
in this game,
but I think it's going to be. I never forget my first Emerald Weapon jump scare. Just blindly having a good time floating around in the sea and boom scare. Yeah, I think that's why I'm so scared of the sea. I'm not going to lie. I think Emerald Weapon has put the fear of me in real life, even though it's not real.
The fear of Jesus in you.
Because you would get your submarine and then you would just go down, like you'd hit the go underwater button and you're like, okay, cool. Boom. Emerald Weapon is there. And then you start the battle and you die.
Dun, dun, dun.
And if you don't start the battle and die, it actually had a 10-minute time limit on the fight. So if you'd lasted 10 minutes, you'd die.
I've never played Final Fantasy VII, but whenever
Same.
I get to do that, I will call you.
Okay.
I need to go back through the older Final Fantasies because there's so many references. I'm like, oh
yeah, same. It just goes over my head. It's just I'm like, cool.
Most of the weapons were just optional bosses. Like they were optional super bosses, so they weren't part of the story. You didn't have to fight them. So
I mean, they're optional bosses in this game too. I mean, like, yeah.
Give Final Fantasy 14 time fights open world that kill you if they take too long. So you're just like slightly more savage fates, basically. So, after 15-minute fate window, but at the end of the 15 minutes, you'll die if you're in the fate circle.
that was kind of Odin a little bit.
Yeah.
I
pretty
feel
much.
like to an extent,
Odin didn't fucking care where you were in North Shadow.
Yeah.
He will fucking find you and he will kill you.
I
I
miss
got the
that.
whole
Like,
server.
I still like the fates, the world boss fates. Like, what did we have? We had the big squirrel in Living Memory, and then we had the serpent in Shaloni. Like those good. I didn't dislike them. I just wish we had one that was like harder, less by skill, harder more by like you need a it feels like I want that epic feeling of like you really
think-
need to like get like a lot of people together to try to take this thing down.
I think that's what Square Enix wants to go for now, because I think they have seen that what they're doing it has been an error. We need to get off that error. As they said, we want to evolve the game. Fair enough. I think I've always wanted. I wanted more content to do out in the world. I didn't want anything else.
Yeah.
I wanted more out of world content, not just I queue into dungeon, I queue into this, I queue into raid. I want to be like, oh no, I need to go off and do this now. I just need to go. Oh no, look at this big boss that's just slamming the world. And I would like to see maybe like Shadow Colossus type thing. You'd have to get onto like certain parts of these big bosses and kill that certain part. It'll get lower health, stuff like that. I think that would be good.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that I miss nowadays, and part of it is definitely just like the circle of people that I find myself in all the time. But I miss doing things in game that felt less instant. And like I love raiding. I love ultimate raiding. I love savage raiding. But like I feel like back in the day, as cringy as it sounds, I miss kind of like needing to do more things open world, or like I haven't felt that energy in a while. Like people wanting to go do things just kind of in the open landscape of the game. And I really miss it.
But please, let's not go
Give
full
me a
Final Fantasy
cabinet
for that, though.
expansion. Remake the old world to have more stuff in it. Have a giant classicism. Yes. Change Redania. Change Limsa. I'll be down for that. I'll be like, yes. Yes. Have an evolving world like we did with Idleshire.
Yeah.
Every patch, something new would just pop up in Idleshire. You're like, oh my god, oh my god, flowers. They've got a fountain now. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I was hoping when they destroyed when the Empire combusted on itself, that we would see it develop into, okay, they want to be their people now, not in a land of a war of tyranny. They just want to be they just want to be people again, be civilized people. Yeah, I was hoping we should get like a nice little expansion, or a little like post expansion with them. See, like, oh look, they've made the town now. Oh, it's upgraded. Obviously, I haven't the story yet, which does go back there. Haven't got there yet. So, but I wanted to see something like that. If you told me Grandania and all that in Erosia was going to have a calamity again, and it changed, I'd be down to shake up.
I think there's a chance, but I doubt it. It says the attribute point system is exactly exactly that, Pyra. So we can do more stuff that counts towards weekly progression on gear, free mounts. It looks like if they do it right, it could be incredible and bring life to the old world. I'm excited for that, but I am also really worried. You want to jump in first? Be positive before I'm a bit negative.
Oh yeah, that's good though. I think positive and negative point of views are good. They're good. People, yeah.
But I never want to be too negative though. I just,
oh, that's
I like
fair.
it balanced.
Yeah. It scared me for a second, especially, I'm very glad that Yoshi cut in was like, not like a normal battle pass, because at first I was like, oh, no, do not. And then, luckily he squashed those assumptions quick. But honestly, as much as I love playing the game almost every single day of the week, I am so excited for a weekly progression system. Like, I just think it's going to be more enjoyable for everybody. And a lot of the audience, like a lot of us, we're getting older. If we've played the game for a long time, we're in our 30s, 40s plus. Yeah, don't remind me. But it's like being able to do things without feeling like it's a chore, I think is going to be really good. And then having the opportunity, almost like it kind of reminds me a little bit like the Moogle Tome event or something like that, where you have options, like you can do this, or this, and you get to kind of cater and curate your own experience for like the same or similar awards. I think that's going to bring in so many.
Oh yeah,
I'm only
100%.
skeptical about the
100%.
crafting and gathering being able to go towards battle class stuff. I want more clarification about that, because I'm not fully convinced that that's a good idea.
I'm very worried about that, because I'm like, oh, you're going to kill the crafting market and gathering market. Okay, OCP. What are you doing, bud?
Gold saucer counts towards it as well. So, like gates and stuff like that. And that's what my negative is going to be. Like, it's not like it's that bad, but my worry is the fact that one of the benefits of the current tome system, as much as it can suck, because, we've been doing it for over 10 years. it does help funnel people into doing older content to help with other people, because you have the duty roulettes that you don't have to do, but more than not, a lot of casual people will do all the different duty roulettes, and that then helps people that are new to the game, because everyone's doing duty roulette, so that means that people are queuing up for stuff that, it's going to pair people up that's queuing up for stuff, you've unlocked Alexander, you've queued up, people are doing duty roulette raid, there's a chance that they're going to be queued up with you because, they're doing that. I know I'm like kind of
Now,
my worry is the fact that if people can do other stuff more efficiently than just doing duty roulettes. I know Yoni said he doesn't like them, in a nice word, but like they still have the benefit of helping newer players get people to queue up for it. So again, right now, I will wait until it actually comes out to see the effect of it. But I'm hoping it doesn't have a negative effect for newer players.
And for
Did they say
people
that they were
wondering
killing roulette?
in the podcast format, the word was fucked, so we all know. For everyone who doesn't can't watch the chat.
They're not killing roulettes, but like if you don't have to do roulettes to get the rewards,
Right?
Because you can do crafting, gold saucer, fates, I don't know,
but
quests.
I think that's where you're kind of living in the past. I know, like it again. There is but there is the support system to do dungeons. And I think they're trying to add it with trials as well and stuff like that, where they're going to add, you can use the support system where it's just a bunch of bots, but you get through it.
I just want to see
playing with people.
I just want to see how it is. Like, I don't know. As I said, I'm worried about it, but I'm not going to be like angry about it, because I want to see how it actually affects the game when it actually launches. Because until it actually comes out, and we can actually see it for ourselves. I'm not going to I'm a little bit down, but until we see how it affects people. I know they're not getting rid of duty roulette, Pyra. It's just like, if people can cap it without having to do the duties, and it's more efficient to not do the duty, will it lower the amount of people queuing up for duty?
I don't think the duties will probably give more, because they are duties and it requires time to do it. But there's also, like, if I haven't got time to do a duty, if I haven't got time to do a dungeon or whatever, but I have enough time to quickly gather or fish or do like that because I'm busy, or I've only got a certain amount of time, then there is another way you can do it. But it's also like, it doesn't feel samey, because for 11 years I've played the game, I've done the same shit. Not the same dungeon, but it's basically a dungeon every single year. Every single expansion, it's been the same. Dungeon, cap, dungeon, cap, dungeon, cap. Where with the new system, it's going to be, you can do a dungeon, but you can also go do all these other random stuff now. And not feel like it's just, I log in for a day, do a dungeon. Log in for a day, do a dungeon. It's now looking, what can I do today?
Mahjong, right? We're all going to do Mahjong.
Yeah, Mahjong. I'm down to Mahjong. I liked Mahjong. I spent, I think when my friend Rinny, was playing Final Fantasy, we actually just sat there and played Mahjong on stream, just because we're just sitting there doing it. No game.
I think I've actually bought some of the voice packs for some of the Mahjong, even though I don't know how to play it. I've actually bought some of them, so I have problems.
But
yes, Wubsy, that is correct. And a lot of people, even Jesse Cox, because I saw a short on this, where it's just two big pools, boss, two big pools, boss, two big pools, boss, and that's it for the dungeon. Yeah, the dungeons are different, pretty, but they are the same. They're just the same. It's just a long corridor like that. And then the bosses can be like, it's just a boss arena. Fine. Like, what was that boss in? It was in Stormblood, where you didn't have to do any DPS. It was just you do mechanic. That boss was great.
That was the first dungeon, right, Pyra?
No, it was like the second one, because you got a mount from it. Because it was the steppy dungeon, when you go to the step and you had to do the trial.
Oh, okay.
Not the trial. It was called a trial for them, because you went over to go get a blessing from the griffin, and you got a griffin mount from it. Was that a griffin mount or a bird mount? Sorry, not a griffin mount, a bird mount. And it had the big rock golem boss that you didn't have to do any damage to it. You just had to do Steps of Faith. Was it that? Steps of Faith wasn't insane. I like the Steps of Faith, but with it, you just have to do mechanics, and it made you learn mechanics. Two, some of the mechanics were actually used in like newer stuff. So yeah, good. But having Steps of Fate level of dungeon, I would be down to have, because that was different. That was cool. Steps of Faith was a great piece of content. It was long.
Sorry, Pyra, what are you going to say?
No, you're good. Kids are good. No, I agree with you, Paul. Like, it does need to get fresh because it is getting stale. Like I want to say I'm not getting bored with the roulette, but that'd be lying. So, however, to Chili's point, like I do think there's a separate issue which has been even permanent, which is old content is just hard for people to get motivated to do. Like right now, we have this mentor roulette system, and it takes how many clears to get a unicorn or what? The giant
Was it
2,000,
like
right, I think?
2,000? Yeah, like
It's
2,000, 3,000 odd, something like that.
It's so funny too. We went to PAX East here in New England, it's in Boston, Massachusetts, and there was a Final Fantasy 14 meetup, and literally they were asking like, if you have this, come up and show us on the lodestone on your phone, and we'll give you a prize. They asked if anybody had that mount. The only crazy person in a room of 100 was my husband because he's nuts. He's insane. But literally nobody else in that room had that mount. And it's like, because it's not worth it. There's so little reward.
Your husband sounds like a
wanna go back.
completionist to me.
Yeah, my husband's psycho. I don't know. I can only speak for between ultimates and just achievements. He's trying to get everything. But I mean, I'm like,
it's the mentor mount.
What
Sorry.
was that? Oh,
They were
mentor
asking
mount,
what
yes.
mount it was. It was like, it's the mount you get from doing
Yeah.
a lot of mentor roulettes.
I think it's like 2,000 mentor roulettes. But to me, like that is to try to get people into older content and to help new players. And I'm all for helping new players just for the love of it. But I feel like that's an issue separately of like how to get people excited to want to go back, either between incentivizing or something. Like I don't know, Lucian. I'm not a doctor. But like, what is the way to get people back into content so that things don't just kind of become obsolete after a patch or an expansion?
Yeah, it's kind of hard. Like, I guess you could say, oh, you can just put it with the new relic. Oh, so you have to make older players actually do the content because they for the relic or stuff like that. And it's like, was it me only say give new players level sync upwards to join in with content they haven't yet?
I mean, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I've been playing NTE recently, and there's a couple of quests where the quest was actually higher level than I was, and the game actually synced me up to that level. So, and we know they've got that system now because they're syncing gear with that new
Yes, they're
sync
syncing gear up.
system. Yeah, so
Whatever
it'd be
your
interesting to see.
match gear is, the other things you have leveled, they would sync up to that eye level.
Yeah, but it will not
Which-
have materia, I think, from what they said. Or at least, I don't know if it's over.
Okay, so I can do. Ooh.
So, and
Well, that's
by
not
the way,
even
what
like
this
the,
says,
the
sorry, carry on.
no, sorry, just the deep dungeons for the
Yeah.
sync up.
Whoopsie says, how 14 doesn't have some form of lane-based defense is mad. It's called Rival Wings.
Aww.
It's
I
cool.
mean-
They tried to have
Aw.
League of Legends in Rival Wing. Sorry, in
Aw.
Final Fantasy, and they called it Rival Wing.
Rival Wings is not PvE. Rival Wings is PvP, Wobsy. You mean open? Okay, fine. I must find this game mode. Congratulations, even the devs also must find this game mode. Oh, you want a PvE defense mode? Okay.
I
you
mean,
want-
okay, because we're
What?
getting. Sorry,
Sorry,
Go.
carry on.
no, you two. You went first. I was going to go complete off subject.
No, I'm because I don't know what I'm going to say now.
Get forward Clash of Clans. Don't you fucking bring Clash of Clans into this.
Yes.
Bad enough we're going on Switch too. Yes, that got announced that Final Fantasy
Yeah.
14 will be on the Switch too.
I will try it out,
which
by the way,
will
on stream. I will stream
Also
the Switch 2
require
version.
another sub.
But I will stream the Switch 2 version. I will purchase the Switch 2 version to try it out.
Defend the beast tribes from the evil monsters, get rewards. Yeah, see, that would be cool.
That'd
be cool, but
it reminds me of Besiege from 11, as Mione was talking about earlier. Kind of.
Dynamic open world. Oh, hashtag.
Clash of
Mr.
Clans 14 crossover confirmed. I hope not.
Oh my
But
gosh.
speaking of crossovers.
Yeah, speaking of crossovers, listen, I was the only person, maybe not the only person. That was the loudest that whole weekend got was when Evangelion popped on the
Evangelion.
screen. I've never heard of it before, and the music to me sounded like what is it, Dance of the Bees or Flight of the Bees or something like that. I'm just like Flight of the what is this? And then everyone's screaming, and I'm like, oh,
It is.
I felt so lost.
Yeah, it's an old anime, so I feel like Chili was also lost.
I was completely lost
Chili's
as well.
upset.
I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, there was someone on Twitter from Square like, give us your reactions. I'm like, here you go. It's probably not the best. Paul is like screaming loudly and like, whoa, what?
What's this? But yeah, no, I'm quite excited on that, and I think someone put in our Discord, which, oh my god, like Paul and me only kind of got it right, because obviously the reason they said the whole copyright thing was because Evangelion, because of all the music from that, because obviously they are behind on a contract and stuff like that, which could possibly get flagged for copyright for other people's channels, because if it's on YouTube, stuff like that, because of that. So it was like, oh, so that's why they gave out, hey, if you're watching on YouTube, be careful and stuff like that, 'cause copyright. And then we're like, oh shit, yeah. And it's like, oh, it's Evangelion. Oh shit, that's probably why. Because if you put that on YouTube, or if you're like watching that, you'd be like, oh, I might get copyrighted. So, but yeah, no, I think it's gonna be great. I don't know how they're gonna put it in.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to watch it. I know I had a tweet blow up in the wrong way because I kind of got a little salty. Not for, I think the collab could be fine. I think it could be great, but I do miss a lot. Controversial opinion. I do miss
Original
alliance
Final
raids that are
Fantasy
like,
14.
it's like, it doesn't even have to lore based, but I'm like, so much that we haven't in 14, just so much, even on the source. And I'm totally down for the direction that we're going with the not to say spoilers, but from everything I saw the trailer, I'm like, I am so down for this. But I'm like, I don't wish we had more world building. That's just me. But alas, I'm gonna have to watch it because apparently it was the biggest thing that people were hyped about at FanFest. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I guess I'm gonna have to watch.
So we got the Evangelion was going to be the 24-man raid content. We also had the Final Fantasy 11. What did we have before that?
No, it was the 12. We battled the 12.
The last one was
Walker.
Yeah, that was Fantasy 14 original, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that was like the last time we got an original something about the 24-man and about the world of 14. So, I mean, it was due for a collab. We were due for a side quest collab, because obviously we had Near Automata, and that was the one after that. Sorry, not the one after that, the one before that, right? So that was Shadowbringers.
Yep.
So I can see, like, you can see the system that they've done for it, where it's like a Final Fantasy type one, then an original from 14 world, and then a collab.
They've kind of gone off script though, because even this expansion's a crossover, a collab, if like technically.
Well, no, because it's still a Final Fantasy product.
Yeah, but it is a different game, because like, I know for me, I don't understand anything. Like, I've never played 11. 14 is the only Final Fantasy I've played. So there's so much about this Alliance Raid series that I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. All I know is that Shantota goes, oh, and I've only learned that because of the trailer and Midwigget. So I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. People are excited, but that's sure.
Yeah, we also got a Final Fantasy 12 one as well.
And Crystal Tower is from Final Fantasy 3. So
that's the weird blurry lines, because so much of like all Final Fantasy 15 has inspiration from previous Final. So I know some lines are blurred. Even what is it? The Stormblood. All I can think of is like Math Boss and Rab Nasty. It's not called Rab Nasty, but that's all my brain.
There were some more tactics in 12 though. Yeah. I was just going where it's another Final Fantasy game.
I've never played tactics, so I all I know all I remember is the show your bum boss as well.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
The sniper rifle.
I never heard it as the show your bum boss. So I'm like, I didn't do that to any bosses, but I guess I did.
You did. Because you had to turn around and have the back, you had to have it line up with his gun. You had to show him bum.
Sir, I will not.
So, yeah.
I've been banned from the times I've shouted that in the Alliance Raid. I'm like, quick, show your bums.
Maybe you're the drunk uncle that shows up at the holidays where it's like, okay, go back.
Okay, he's gonna say something stupid again. It's fine. He's gonna say something weird. Don't get offended, guys. This is how he says mechanic.
Look, they pass the mechanic when they do it. Okay, so I'm not wrong. So
yeah, their bums were prepped.
Yeah, no. And also we've got a very big system update where it comes to a new mode. So now there will be 2 different types of how to play your class. You'll have the Reborn mode, which is just how we play now, and then the Evolved mode, where it's going to be less buttons, which I'm looking forward to because I'm very bad now at trying to get my hands to things that need to be done. But that has had some concerns, as we saw from the live stream. A lot of people were confused, not a lot of cheers, very concerned silence.
It was kind of wild. That more than anything, there was a lot. The conversation in the room got high, and like for both the dev panel and keynote, when they were talking about the battle changes, you more so in the dev panel, it was terrible. I couldn't hear over the speakers half of what they were saying because so many people were like, oh, like they're just panicking. They're just panic talking to their neighbors and their friends, and it's just like, guys, just hear them out. I was cautiously optimistic at the keynote itself. I was like, I'm scared because I've had a single main my entire However, I was like, okay, I think, this makes sense, what the game needs. And then watching the sit down with Mr. Prime, it gave me all faith in Evolved mode. Like hearing him go through his process and his thought process of each class, I'm like, I'm still gonna have to wait and see it through Media Tour, see it when it launches. But I'm like, I think they thought so much with this new comment.
I feel like it is like, again, he's the one that did PvP. He single-handedly is the one that's kind of done it all, which again is a fucking amazing. One single person can do that.
Yeah.
I'm interested in it. Obviously, I'm gonna wait till Media Tour to have my full opinion, and other Final Fantasy Fanfest where they kind of broaden up and show more. The one thing that's concerned me and has concerned anyone is the tank choices, where you have 2 main tanks and then 3 off tank, where that will, a lot of people will be I wouldn't say very concerned about it. It's an interesting new dynamic they're bringing in. They might change it with all the stuff they're getting feedback with, but
Me only said
will be the middle.
I cannot confirm or deny any information about future information. No, seriously, I can't. No, I'm not joking. I really can't confirm.
Yeah, we know.
But I have been at previous media tours, so
yeah. So
again, thank you to Square Enix for the invites to previous media tours.
But what we've seen, Paladin looks okay. Kind of looks the samey, like a little move here and there, which it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be different. Again, this was like very bare bones what they're kind of working on right now. Very bare bones, could change. But what I'm seeing, the first thing they've got to change is that fucking cover mechanic. There's no way you, as a fucking main tank, is going to go cover someone like that. That's like that's like, oh, you're an off tank, you can do that for me. That is like that. But the best thing they said is that they're getting rid of 2 minutes, which I'm really happy with, because if they get rid of 2 minutes, there's going to be hopefully a lot of different types of bosses, different type of mechanic that we don't have to worry about saying, okay, we need to wait 2 minutes. Or all that. You can just fucking blast as your blast heart contains. That's fine. I love it. That's all I care about. But
yeah, I honestly I wonder, because like even for last media tour, or not last media tour, like last expansion for like Road to Dawn Trail, the presentations for Picto and Viper were like pretty good presentation, like long, like, hey, these are how these classes play. I feel like we're gonna need like to show us everything for the new classes. Like, I do wonder if they're going to show us a breakdown of every single class, or if they're just going to pick like a few of each, or save some for Media Tour. Like, I wonder how they're gonna...
what did we see at the NA FanFest? It was White Mage, Bard, Paladin, and Dragoon. That was 4. Was there a 5th? No, that was 4.
No, it was just 4.
Paladin, okay, was not very like hypey. It was like, oh, okay, cool.
I thought, I'm hyped for the Paladin. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was cool. I like the fact that I've got a new heal with my wings. The Passage of Arms now does a heal. I like the preferred chain. I know me only joked about the cover, but I actually really like the cover chain a little bit, because nobody really uses cover anyway. So
they're not going to use it. They're not going to use it again. They're not going to use it ever again now because it's so stupid that you're dashing towards someone to cover them. It doesn't seem like that's supposed to be what a main tank is. That is like you're an off tank. That's what you use to help your main tank. That is just me from a rating point of view, from a tank point of view, because I've tanked in the past. I would see that not as a good change. I love cover, but cover has got really shit, and it's kind of got worse.
Yeah, I think tanks are going to have the biggest adjustment of all. I know my two main tanks for my savage, or not, they're not both main tanks. They like to be there sometimes.
They can't be anymore. One of them has to take the, and one of them has to be a bottom, unfortunately. So they got to pick who's top, who's bottom.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's not the first time they've had that conversation in our group. I say unfortunately because sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be in this. I want to go home. I don't want to be here anymore.
They're fighting again.
I know exactly who the bottom is, but anyways, tanks I think are gonna have the biggest adjustment, and I wonder if a lot of tanks end up switching the class because of needing, like, kind of being forced into that off tank or main tank. I'm pretty curious.
Yeah, I'm curious for that one because I feel like obviously because we just seen in chat me said about the counter mechanics, because apparently some of Paladin has a counter mechanic where if you time your thing you get to do a move. Okay. And then we got the new tank, because they did announce that it is going to be a tank and a ranged physical DPS, which, by the way, that came out of the fucking left field as well, when they were like, we were all thought, it's just going to be one job, right? It's just going to be one job. No, they're like, no, it's going to be two jobs. You know what? It's going to be a tank and a DPS. I was like, tank? Hello? Huh? Where'd that come from? So, and that's going to be the new main tank to go alongside Paladin, which is like, okay. So I'm guessing, well, I think a lot of people are guessing that the new tank is definitely going to be very, very reliant on counters to do some of their stuff.
Oh, God, it's original Dark Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're like, they've brought this counter system back in. But Paladin didn't really do that much with it, and now they're doing it again because they got rid of that at one point. So now you're like, is some of their stuff going to be very, like, counter heavy? That's why people are going to take that probably a lot, and then Paladin's just going to be shunned off somewhere. You're like, no, Paladin, we don't want you. We want the new tank. So that's what I'm thinking. That could be interesting. Warrior, Gunbreaker, and Dark Knight, though, I feel a bit bad for them. They're like, I don't feel bad for them. Warrior usually just does a lot of damage and healing, but they're just going to get rid of all the healing because that's what they did as a main tank. That was the whole point of the main tank, was just, I can heal up most of the damage.
Yeah. But Mioni's, I think all the drama about tank roles will be completely blown out of proportion, due to the fact that we got Barry and pure healers. Internally, though, I can't remember which ones are which, but internally, they've always built the tanks as main tanks and off tanks. Like, they've always been, like, even since A Realm Reborn, I think Warrior back then was supposed to be the main tank, and Paladin was actually supposed to be off tank due to the cover and the protection and stuff like that. Like, internally, they've always been main tank and off tank. Like, they've had skills to be designed to be main tank and off tank. And for anyone that's like worried too much, it won't matter if you have two off tanks, because you will also have skills that will be good for main tanking. And as we've talked about with cover, I think that the cover ability is designed like that, so that when Paladin is, like, if you've got two Paladins, or two Paladin and mystery job, like
mystery man,
like
new job incoming, mystery man.
Like, if you got Paladin and the new job, the cover ability is in case you come into, like, you do a roulette and you get two of the same, you get two main tanks. Paladin still then has an off tank ability with the cover, which is I do feel like even the main tanks will have some off tank skills. And the off tanks, although they won't be as efficient as main tanks, they will probably have some skills that would work okay.
I mean, the thing that's going to be nice too is, a lot of, at least in my circles, I've definitely heard a lot of complaints about, like, homogenization. And I feel like this is, to Mioni's point too, like, we have this line drawn in the sand with healers as far as, like, barrier and pure. It's just a different line in the sand. To your point too, Chili, like, it's kind of always been there. It's just they're making it more official, and I feel like if they do this as well, they can probably get really creative with the off tank for more damage output and, like, more flashy and less, like, mitigation heavy. Like, obviously it'll have, but
so what you're saying is what we can do is we can get Fellcleave 2.
Plunge is coming back in Evercold.
Oh, you know what? They're gonna make Dark Knight as much as I said. I've said this story many times. I remember when Dark Knight was announced, and there was someone in front of me that was cosplaying a white mage. This was when Heaven's Ward was being announced. They announced the first jobs, and someone announced Dark Knight. And this healer in front of me said, "I'm not healing that. They're not getting in my pie because you never played 11, right?
No.
All of Dark Knight's main moves were all about sacrificing its own health to do damage.
Oh yeah.
So they're like, we're not having that as a tank until they actually gave the details about the fact it doesn't sacrifice health to do damage. Like we're not having in some ways it did when you think about it with the Living Dead. But still, yeah. I used to love being among Dark Knight and running up to people and then using the Shorn Fist. But the Shorn Fist was a 9-hit combo. But it was funny because I would almost kill myself because it would do so much damage to myself that it would take me down to 10 HP because each one sacrificed health.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We actually got almost halfway through the year, and Tilly has told that story. He's now up to
5 times, 6 times.
No. You are up to okay. You're up to 57.
Let's go. Do I get a prize if I get to 60?
My God.
We get to 69. I'll get you something nice.
Nice.
What, you skip right over the 6-7?
Don't you shut the fuck up.
Well, it
only took that for Paul to tell me to shut up. I think I did my job.
I think it seems the podcast file has got corrupted.
I've seemed to misplace my keyboard.
But no, I'm excited. Give me more 11 stuff, please.
No,
we have to get more 11 stuff next year, right?
You had a raid. You're fine.
No, it's the 25th anniversary next year. We're gonna get something, right? Surely.
Well, they could always do another event like that. Technically, there's an event going on now, isn't it? Like not a seasonal event, but like like an anniversary kind of crossover thing. So they're due to bring back a seasonal event-esque crossover.
The thing they said, which really they wanted to make jobs feel different. They wanted them to have their individuality back, which I'm all for it. Seeing White Mage was quite cool. But do you know what is even cooler? Did you see those bard? Did you see those bard dashes?
Yes, dude. Bard looks like it's getting what it.
I think we got some good shit coming. If they're making these new skills, I am going to be very worried of what they're cooking up fight wise. Making it's going to be interesting. Might be worth playing. Poor Summoner.
Summoner just needs to get just slowly slide it under the rug, pretend it never happened. Kind of like Stone Skin, just be like, okay, sorry. I feel so bad for Summoner players.
I mean, we have Stone Skin back, right? It's in PvP now.
It is in PvP, that's true.
Yeah. But make Summoner 11.
Don't cover it.
Just bring it out back. Sorry, old friend.
But seeing that, because obviously we have had a fucking massive chat in the community, in our Discord. We have been talking about what kind of job. We've all kind of gone over we don't really tank job, but we've been sitting in our Discord chumming away at ideas of physical range DPS. We have been talking quite a lot. We've got people talking about yo-yos, people talking about musketeer, and talking about how Mara Webb, she has dual pistols, and technically there is lore about that. Crossbow man, we had I had dual crossbow, hand crossbows. Also we've got slingshot, stuff like that. What else did we talk about? Dual pistol, slingshot, hand crossbows, fucking yo-yo. Someone was talking about I could make yo-yos.
I love how Yoshi was
Diablo
mining it out too. It was so great.
When he said yes, someone has said the job weapon. You're like, what?
He's such a. The thing is he's such a T. I love Yoshi, and in those moments, I just want to shake him, and I want to be like, tell me right now. Tell me which one it is.
I was going to say, you said Frisbee a lot, but what? Oh my God, now my brain forgot what I was going to say. Damn it.
Someone did say something about a big boomerang.
Yeah, I was going to say boomerang. I thought you were going to say boomerang for a second there.
I thought you were saying boom.
As
a way different game.
as the local person who has a character called Boo, I'll be down for a boomerang.
Most people would be, to be fair. Some
love
Beyblades.
Moogle.
Do you remember Beyblades from the 2000s?
Oh my god, fucking
Just
Beyblade! Let it rip.
Oh, what?
Let
Okay.
it, yeah.
Okay, how about
Every
this?
action is just let it rip.
How about this? Okay, let's be fair. Let's have the what if the yo-yo is the main weapon, but the Limit Break 3 is a Beyblade?
That would be fantastic.
Drasil! I remember that one. I used to watch Beyblade, don't you?
Oh.
Drasil was my favorite because he was the giant turtle. Ballista could be cool. Again,
Pops.
Cannoneer, again, would be cool.
At least,
Again...
at least it's not songstress, so I don't have to go as Yuna to Fanfest.
What do you mean? It still could be songstress. Air is still physical.
Yeah, but there's no... What point would I be able to... I can't go to Japanese Fanfest, so...
So is there like a subathon or something to get you to go as Yuna?
No, I said
where's the petition?
Me only said that I was leaking stuff, and I said, look, if they announce songstress at North American Fanfest, I will go dressed as Yuna songstress to EU Fanfest. Because Mione was like, oh, you stop leaking stuff, Chili. I'm like, I'm not leaking anything. So
that, and then obviously we're going
I
to
Googled the outfit, so I did find somewhere to buy the songstress outfit.
The FBI agent looking at your history. What fucking kinky shit is he into? What the fuck? It's like, well, obviously they did say that they're going to announce the tank job at Berlin, so at EU FanFest. So we are going to get the tank job, which I'm fine about because remember when the other EU job we got that fucking Viper class, and I was so disappointed, ruined my entire day. Terrible. I was not a fan of Viper. One, I have a phobia of snakes, so hearing the word Viper, I was like, if it's a Morningstar shield, I will whip out my cock right there and be like, yes, take it.
I do feel like it might be Morningstar shield. Because that would allow them to use the shield. Because right now shield's can only be used by one job, so at least by making it Morningstar and Shield, it means that the shield would then be shared between Paladins and Stardew.
I would definitely be like, okay, I am going to be the Nazgul, and I'm gonna be like, yes.
I hope
just get killed by a woman.
Mione just said that if you slow down the panel, Yoshi actually reacted to the Morningstar being shout out. So okay, so
the only theories I've heard is the shirt that says, because it says "Guess Who's Back," which is like Eminem. Marshall potentially for the name if you look in deep. That's all Marshall. And then, I've also heard Double Shield as the other like big speculations. What's his face?
Yeah,
the one that's on the shirt.
Yep.
But yeah, Marshall because Guess Who's Back
we shall remember.
Eminem. Oh yeah.
Drink one out for the lot.
Pour one out for
Kate Westwind.
I used to remember when people would actually post like full like strategy guides when they would come in to the fight. Like when they knew there was someone new.
Yes.
They'd have macros to be like, okay, this is the mechanics of this fight.
I remember telling people like, "Oh, this is the hardest thing you'll ever do today," or the poor people are like, "Wait, that's it? What? What's happening?"
Like what? I get it from my first time. Like, what? That was it? But my friends are like, "Yeah, dude, that was it." And I'm like, "Oh, but he was like cool." I was like, "Oh." So to be fair, I kind of wanted a Bayonetta type class because of what's her face, the other Emperor Tsundere. She really liked what's his face, Touch Devastation. Man, I'm fucking bad with it.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. The one who in the white armor.
The white chick. Yeah, the white chick. not White Chicks the film, though it was good and Terry Crews was amazing in it.
Pink class is just a white chick. That's just
a white chick.
They're gonna start breakdancing on the floor.
Wasn't her name like Livia or something like that?
Yes.
I think it was, yeah.
Yep.
Like having like kind of go, yeah, it would be like, oh, it's basically just monk because she was a monk. But guns, I think that would look shit. You're just like breakdancing, being very, sexy, seductive.
Not that different from white chicks.
No different from white chicks or Balmong, just in general, just as a class. But yeah, I think that's cool. But I'm not getting my hopes up. Because I know my one's already gone. It's not going to be a fucking scabber and a pistol. It's not going to be that.
But we don't know what the fizz range is.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not getting my hopes up because I know it's not going to be it.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, that's why I was like, if it's still pistols, cool. If it dual crossbows, cool. If it slingshot, cool, because I have a great Usopp glamour I can do, or soaking. I'd be quite happy. But yeah, I'm very interested. And obviously, there will be no reborn mode for the new classes. They are only going to be evolution mode. So Evo or nothing, that is the mode you are going to play. But yeah,
I wouldn't doubt if expansions in the future too, they may tell us that we're only getting evolved. I could be wrong. They're probably going to use this as like a sample and see how many people end up swapping and see how many people stay with reborn mode. But I wouldn't doubt within an additional expansion down the road, they're like, oh, okay, we're kind of getting rid of reborn.
People have been speculating, and I've watched a couple of streams where they've been talking about this, and I'm like, okay, where they're doing it. And then they're going to be like, right, we're getting rid of reborn mode at like a certain cut point. It's like, okay, we're going into evolution mode now.
Well,
and this is the only thing they can do.
I can't remember where this is from exactly, but from what I've heard, Yoshimi kind of responded with this, with the fact that he played a game that switched the combat style. I think it was a Star Wars game, really radically between one expansion to another, and everyone hated it. And so make sure that doesn't happen with this. That's why they have the reborn mode, so that people can try it out. And if it doesn't go well, they've got backup if need be.
Did Sawalter have that? Oh, Star Wars Galaxies. Oh, yeah, Star Wars Galaxy. Yeah, that.
But yeah, he's like, a lot of people hated it. So
just a card, Judge, Legionaries is my shout, or Inquisitor. If the new fucking tank is called Inquisitor, I am fucking playing that. That is my new main, because everyone laughs because my phone says Inquisitor. I have something for you, because I am a massive Dragon Age nerd. So an Inquisitor is sick. I also Warhammer. The Inquisitors are awesome. So I would be yeah. If they say fucking the new class Inquisitor, I'll be like, Yoshi P, take me.
But it's just Inquisitor, like what's his name? My brain just stopped working. The Manderville man. What? Why can't I think of his name? Help
Which
me.
One? You're talking about
loads of them.
Hildebrand. Oh my dear lord. No, I'm trying to think of Hildebrand. My brain kept saying Manderville, and then my brain kept trying to say Mr. Happy, and I'm like, no, that's not it. Get out of my brain.
No, I know.
I'm just like, I can't think of names anymore.
Now I need Mr. Happy dressed as Hildebrand or Godbert.
All right, somebody talk to Happy.
Like, I've only ever talked with him before a couple
bully
of
him
times.
into do that.
He's a lovely individual.
I got to see Spoofy at Fanfest.
Oh, nice.
I saw Spoofy and Sausage Roll. I don't know if you guys know Sauce.
Yeah, we
know project.
Yep.
I got to see Sauce. I got to see Brian Ricardo, of course.
Hell
yeah. I'm trying. Well, I think that's it for like known folks in the community.
I know Rook has already like claimed a hug with me.
I was hoping to see Rook. Yeah.
So, yeah, she's like, well, I said I'm gonna be there. She's like, oh my god, I'm getting a hug. I'm like, sure.
Oh,
yay.
She seems like such a great individual. Every time I've seen her on something, she's like one of the most professional on it people I've ever seen casting, and I'm like, oof, you are so good at this. You were meant for this.
Yeah, because she's done a lot of casting. She's done WoW casting as well, and Final Fantasy 14 casting, PvP casting. Quite the
I'm
resume.
happy to do casting again for the Ultimate Race. I'm looking forward to that.
Ooh, I would love to try it this time. It seems like you guys have such a blast on there.
Frosty always looks for people, so if you ever want to contact him about it, he's always looking for people to do it. So yeah, I'm hoping to do it.
That's coming down the road.
Yeah.
I'm too fucking scared to do it just because I swear a lot.
Oh yeah, oh, is there no swearing? Oh,
I don't know if there's no swearing, but I'm very 18 plus where it just comes out naturally. So I'm like, oh, I have to yeah. I mean, I came out years ago, so it's fine.
Good, but I'm very good at innuendos more than I'm actually swearing.
I swear a lot, but I can hold it back. I do some streaming with like a nonprofit group that has a lot of kids, so like. If I'm in the mindset where I yell at myself, I'm pretty good. But if I'm in my own channel, Lord help me, I won't hold back.
They allow Chili. Paul should be fine. He'd be PG compared to Chili. Yeah, I'm well known for swearing and being much more louder than Paul when it comes to stuff like that.
Chili, you're degenerate.
Yeah. What can I say?
Well, what can you say?
I don't want to say, just in case.
Fair enough.
You bullied him. Now he's hiding. But no, that ultimate though. Oh, It looks so. It's going to be from the way they're making it sound. I don't think it'll be difficult in like skill level in terms of like. I think top will still be the hardest ultimate currently. However, if we know Kefka, there is going to be a lot of mind fucking happening in Dancing Mad.
It'll be interesting. I probably won't try it just because one, me and the boys and the girls, we still haven't fucking got M10 down yet.
Oh,
But we've had a lot of illnesses, a lot of scares, obviously with the real world, because one of our raiders had to run for cover because bombs in the Middle East. And then we
I remember the
had
last time I was on the podcast.
and then we've had two of the raiders be hospitalized, one with close to getting like sepsis, and one having a real bad gut and had to stay in.
Jeez.
And now me, that I've had surgery and now fucked up my hand. But I'm still going to raid this weekend. It's going to be with one hand. But I did it in, I can do it in Final Fantasy, right?
God.
Right?
I mean, I did it, right?
I'm just DPS, so it's fine. We'll see how well we do.
It's a fun raid tier, though. I love this raid tier. The raid series in general this is my favorite. So I'm excited for you to get through the rest of it because it is. Oh boy, 12 is the hurdle. 12 phase 2 is the hurdle, but it is fun.
We're starting to feel the like. Man, we're just so done with M2. It's like want to like try a different fight, but we've just been like, with people being absent, and we're gonna have to get like PFs and all that. It's like so much.
Stretch.
Stretch. Okay, I'm stretching.
I know.
I'm stretching like a one-arm chicken.
Oh, my arthritis. Hold on.
Yeah.
My old.
By the way, talking about raid, I do miss raiding. I haven't had a savage group in a while, so I know I'm doing ultimate, but like I haven't done any of these tiers in savage, so I miss raiding.
I love it too much. I never intended to do mostly ultimate. Like if you ask me, I mean, I've been raiding since Alexander, like A1 Savage, but it was like, oh yeah, this is kind of something we do on the side, and now it's like I have a Savage static, I have an ultimate static. My Savage also does ultimates. I'm like, what happened? How did I get here? I'm not mad about it, but how did I get here?
Well, if you ever need a healer or anyone,
chance. I know
everyone who wanted to raid with
DPS.
Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, I was just saying, I think we're filling a DPS. One of our long-term DPS is sad leaving us at the end of the tier because he's gonna get out. So,
oh, that sucks.
But yeah,
well, I guess
so we got time. We got plenty. Come on.
I am on NA, so my main is
Perfect.
NA.
We're on Primal.
That was my old server.
But it won't matter.
It won't matter. What do you mean? It's not gonna matter.
I hope
Chili Senju was my old character on Primal.
Oh.
And then I made Chili Rose Swinging because of an episode of Moogle Go Round we had where we had some really awkward name. And then
what do you mean awkward name?
They were
How
awkward
dare
names.
you? They're not awkward.
Yours wasn't that bad. There was some of the others.
Lovable Boobable of Clan Boobable is a proud member, and Brett and Mod have had a bunch of brothel-owning swines. Thank you very much.
Look, Paul, as I said, your name wasn't that bad, but it wasn't it. Was it Arvy's name? Her name was really awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arvy and Flash, they both had. Yeah.
Cunt spelled with a K is the most. But did you know that cunt is not actually sense?
I didn't. I said awkward.
Yeah, cunt.
So, yeah.
Daddy Chili has prestige.
Anyway, now I'm called Daddy Chili.
Yeah, like Daddy Chili's not anything worse.
And that's because someone came into our chat and paid money to change my name. Someone said, someone kept calling me Daddy in Twitch, and I said, okay, if you keep calling me Daddy, I'll change my name to that. And he said, sure. So he gifted a load of subs, and then I changed my name to Daddy. So
you know what though? At least you did it for the money.
Yeah.
Don't do it for free. Don't do that shit for free. Get the money.
And as a Lalafell, it has made some scenes either really awkward or really funny. So it's paid off.
Why not both?
I mean, some of them can be both, but it's
amazing.
I like that, Mione. You just tweeted out what you fucking said. My tank name guesses forever, Cole. You tweeted out 4 minutes ago. Gotta get it writing. Oh my god! If it's called like Judge, I'm so many Judge Dredd. So many Judge Dredd Jet Clan. That'd be great.
This is me. This was made live on Moogle.
Remember we must live.
Remember, we once made him change.
Yeah.
I've got to think of what character I'm going to play first, don't I?
I mean, Lover Boo Boo was going to be up there because, if we're going to...
I'm in Boobs there. You got Canon S. Joe Semane's there as well.
He knows the job already, best actor. Look,
Best actor. Good acting, Chili. Good job.
okay, I'm going to say now, and if I'm right, I don't know, that the range will have a Vanille's weapon from 13.
Boob judge. Oh my god, I will change. I will change.
I mean, Yoshi
It'd have to be like
knows his
not
audience.
just boob, but it'll be like, I know, boob, like Judge Boobable or some shit like that.
Instead of a gavel, it's just like hitting like the platform. It's just like a boom.
It's like those boob mouse mats.
Oh yeah!
my God.
Oh my god!
They're stunned.
But I'm
It's just going to
fucking
be a...
saving that. I'm saving that, me only.
The stun is just a bra because they get trapped in it.
You know what? I feel that pain. I feel that pain. Praise.
You know what, Mione? I'm gonna change my name to that.
You know what? We haven't talked about the best thing at the
Was the fact
was
that
the
you
best
were
thing?
there was the
the
best
cat.
thing?
Well, that too, but the cat thing. That's
Oh.
probably going to be a tribal quest.
Yes, the
The
cute cat
cat,
thing.
the little like Lalafell cat. Whatever. What is it called? I don't even remember if they had a name for it.
I don't think they had a name,
I
right?
used-
I don't think they got a name.
I don't think so. I screamed when I saw them. I looked
was
up
like,
at the
oh my
thing
God,
and I was
Kiwi
just like,
cat.
"Wow."
I was like, oh my god, it's a palico. That means that the job is going to be like gun lance or something like that.
Do like I'm looking at a picture of it right now. It has almost like the Nordic-esque like braided beard. Like it just reminds me of Torbjorn from Overwatch.
Torbjorn, ready to work.
Torbjorn, ready to work.
Come get me Torrit. My Torrit.
Oh my god. I that is my stim lately, so I need to roll it back, or that's all I'll be saying for the next however long.
Molten core. I can't do that with my voice right now.
I will say, if they are Lalafell sized, I'm happy that we might get another Lalafell only housing area. But I also hate that because I hate the fact that there's so many cool Lalafell furnitures that they've added those in the housing areas that are sized perfectly for Lalafells that I can't own for my actual house.
Oh,
Like,
just go move into those houses. Just move in.
Yeah.
Be a squatter.
I'm like,
I have squatters' rights.
let me,
Squatters'
I
rights.
don't know
It's
if you've
not
ever been
mine.
into any of them, though. I don't know if you've ever been a Lalafell and been in any of the homes.
No. I actually have had one in Shadowbring.
Yeah.
I think I was able to get a character up there and I was like, this is sick ever. And but not cool enough to not be a VR forever.
I will say again, as Paul will probably account for this as well, that what they should have done is they should have gone into like the Alice in Wonderland like theme, kind of. But what they should have done was a society quest, with you had the Dwarven Society quest, and then you eventually unlocked a bar, right? That you could they would try drinks, like there was like a bar mini game thing, right? That you could unlock. They would have gone. If it was me, I would have been like, once you get high enough rank with the dwarves, that you get like a quest where you can drink a drink and it shrinks your character down, and then once shrunk down, they can go into that Lalafell only area. It would just be applied to mini status,
it's a
right?
potion. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, we
And I would
have
say
that.
just have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just have it as like you get a magic beer from the society quest after you've maxed it out that like shrinks you down so you can go in there.
If you don't
Magic
leave
beer.
before it wears off, you just like get put into
Get
the
stuck.
shadow realm or get stuck. Yeah. Your legs just poking out the door, and then your head's just in the toilet. Like, help me.
I do like
Someone
I do find it
trade me a
cute, though,
potion.
that they put so much effort into the fact that you could actually see out, like the windows actually were inside the hut, so you could actually see outside when you're in there. So,
Yeah, because it's real time too, right?
yeah,
I believe
all
I
real
remember
time.
seeing like friends who were not Lullafells just poking their heads in, like, hello, hello.
Oh.
And for Dawn Trail, I can never remember the name of them. The ones that reminded me of the characters from Final Fantasy X. The smaller one in Dawn Trail, not the Marmal Jar, the Piculi. Yeah,
Oh,
Pelipellis?
the
Yeah.
Pelu Pelu.
yeah. One of their
Yeah.
villages actually has a hut that only Lalafells can go into as well, which has like
Yes,
sort of like
I remember seeing that day one, and I
Yeah.
was very sad. Well, not sad. Like, I'm glad they're doing it, but sad because I can't get it.
there's like
Yeah.
a little. There's someone in there with like doing like sewing. They've got like a little sewing rack that they're making like a bedsheet or something.
Ah, yes. Lalafell Labour. They seem like the type. Gotta make that quick money, you know what I mean? But we are looking forward to, obviously, we didn't even say the name, we've probably heard it, but it is called Final Fantasy XIV Evercold, which is the expansion name. We didn't actually, we said it here and there. We didn't actually say it out fully, but Evercold. It does look cold.
It does look cold, but then some areas not.
Yeah.
I know this is like a bigger thing, which we probably won't talk about. But like, if you watch the trailer, so I don't think it's there, but it talks about rejoining, and my brain is going into theory crafting mode since then. Because
I was like,
well, wait, we've stopped this, and then that's all. It's just like,
are we going to be the next Asians to do this? Has it gone? Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Remember that we once lived. Oh no!
Oh my boy.
This was Azim's true goal.
I'm so excited. I've been watching the trailer every day. Like, even if I'm getting ready to work, because the music slaps. So like, I'm like putting on my makeup this morning and I'm listening to the trailer and I'm trying to pick up different things in like the audio and I'm theory crafting. I'm just in hype mode.
Just ready for it.
I'm ready to tell my job that I just started 3 weeks ago. Like, hey,
I need vacation
this week. In January. Luckily, I'll get it by then. But I'm just like already telling my family, like, do not expect me to be available in January. I don't care.
January, I'm like, right, I'm going to take this week off. I'm going to have Taco Bell that night. I'm going to have fried chicken that night. I'm going to have pizza that night.
We do that. We do that because my husband plays more hardcore than I do. So like, we will literally like weeks in advance plan the whole week. Oh yeah, no, we get like either the fresh meals that you can microwave. We do a mix of that and DoorDash, and like we'll do 16+ hour days. No regrets.
So I think what I want to do is try and do like maybe like 10 hours a day with Chili on NA, and then I may like go take a break or go play on EU, and then like sleep, wake up, do the same. So it should be pretty cool.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Usually the first 3 days, like the weekend of the what is it, the early access is like balls to the wall on all the time, and then after that, like we'll take like the week and the day off from work and obligations, and like, you know, then we'll start like waking up later in the day, you know, doing more with the pups, taking them on adventures and stuff. But then like we're pretty glued to the computers. Yeah, we're pretty glued from like 10 to 16, and I think the longest we was like a 20-hour day. I'm like, this isn't healthy, but you know what? YOLO.
We only do it once. When expansion comes out.
I'm gonna call early access will start on the 22nd.
Ooh.
That's what I'm calling it.
Good insider knowledge from Chili. That's good.
Oh yeah.
I'm calling early
access. Can you not confirm or deny? Wink.
Wink.
Can you not confirm or deny? Wink.
Wink.
I'm gonna call. No, am I looking at the right dates?
I'm taking
He's
notes.
Gonna check another email. He's got to check another email. Hold on.
I'm checking a text message from Yoshi P right now. He's on WhatsApp. Like, oh no, he meant that.
Yeah, I'm saying 22nd of January will be early access.
Wink.
Well, I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to that.
You had to put the baby in there. Like,
I mean, we all know why I'm saying the 22nd, right?
Why are you saying 22nd? Because it's your birthday.
Yeah, my birthday's the 23rd. So.
Oh my gosh, that would be the best.
So they can't do the 23rd because that's a Saturday.
Best present
so
ever cold.
Yeah, they can't do the 23rd because that'd be Saturday. So I'm calling early access starts on the 22nd. So which would be almost the 23rd in Japan.
The 22nd.
So
yeah. In
yeah,
Japan,
no,
you're older.
I'm just thinking about that because we're doing it by that. They usually it's usually a 3-day period of early access.
Yeah.
So I think they would like to do the release on the 26th because it's a Tuesday and it's what they usually do patches. So I'm probably guessing 23rd.
Imagine if early access is my birthday.
Yeah, because then that's obviously it'll be like midnight launch for some people, or it'll be on the day for Japan.
Yeah.
So it'll be like 23rd, 24th, 25th. That's 3 days, and it comes down the 26th.
Yeah.
Or they could just be like, we're going to do it on the 16th.
I like traveling to New York to have steak for my birthday.
Well, that's not going to happen if it is.
Yeah.
I've done it the last few years.
You can't know when the expansion is and get steak on your plate. Pick one.
I mean, you could possibly order it. You can get it DoorDashed.
From York.
Oh.
Yeah, from York, it's expensive.
It's already. I already get their Wagyu ribeye, so no.
Now I'm
It's
hungry.
it's
That
really
sounds
nice.
delightful.
Yeah, you get. It's actually the price isn't that bad in my opinion. It's what's good about 14-ounce ribeye, and you get 2 sides for 45 quid, which for a steakhouse is not that bad, right, Paul? Really, in my opinion.
I don't usually go to steakhouses. I'm not that posh or made out of
Yeah.
money.
That's why I do it once a year.
Yeah. Treat yourself. Listen, treat yourself.
I hope BT doesn't get another Wendy's closed down due to gang violence. So far, that's a Wendy's and a KFC, right? So, which, by the way, I'm gonna have to say, Paul, we might not be able to go to KFC in Germany.
Why?
Because I was like, oh my god, I kind of want a KFC, and I because I've had one in years, and they had that Daredevil collab, right? So I kind of was like, oh my god, I googled it, and now the popcorn chicken and the fillet and the popcorn chicken may contain peanuts.
Oh, right.
So because I know the popcorn chicken is cooked in like the same place as all the other chicken.
Yeah, so decontamination and stuff like that.
Yeah,
They cannot confirm or deny that.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of chicken, let me tell you, Jollibee wasn't a good. Oh my fucking god!
Really thinking about going to one. Like we have them in England, and
Yeah,
I'm really
If you
there's one in London.
there's not the collab though. Remember?
No,
I mean, I
yeah,
would
it's like
still
that.
recommend try one. It was good. The food was good.
I mean, come on. I've once booked a hotel and traveled across the country just so I could try Wendy's breakfast. There's a lot of things I will do for food.
Hell yeah! Same.
Well, that was okay. In my defense, I had a holiday booked for Spain that year. I'd actually won like a giveaway to get like a cheap flight and a holiday to Spain for a few days. But then that was the Christmas I fell down and broke my wrist. So I'm like, okay, I kind of don't want to go to Spain when I've got one hand and I've got low. So I'm like, instead I'm going to use that money. I got the money back from the cancellation. I'm like, I'm going to use that money to go to the Wendy's that has opened up. So I'm traveling across the country with one arm so I can try Wendy's breakfast. So
you know what? That's I think that's a fair thing. I think that's
it was a fun. The hotel was a fort that had been converted into a hotel. It was really cool.
I mean, for us, we've always tried like fast restaurants anytime we've traveled, especially if it's like a regional big one that you don't have near you. It's like I'm gonna try that.
So yeah, I might get the train at some point to go to Leeds and try because they got one in Leeds, Paul, and try it out maybe. But anyway, how was it? Seriously, I know I'm talking. How was it? Yeah.
How was it? Tell us.
So the food. We'll start with the food. The food was good. The staff was super friendly. We went to the one in Anaheim. So that was like that's the one that is fully decorated. Like any Jollibee in North America, I believe, could do the promo, but this is like they had it was like Final Fantasy like threw up all over the place. Beautiful. But we went in Thursday night after traveling for 16 hours and we waited in line for almost hours before. It was so unorganized. They were letting in only a few people at a time and they wouldn't let in more people until the people left the building. And they were letting people sit and eat. So sometimes the line wouldn't move for a half an hour just so that people could finish eating and talking and taking pictures. So I would never do that one again. But I would try Jollibee again. It was delicious. Just we were very hangry after being awake for like 23, 24 hours waiting for food.
Really want that peak. Sorry, I just really wanted the. There was what did someone put? It was like trying to find what they. Put.
I know there was the
peach and mango.
Blue. Yeah, peach and
mango pie. I was like, oh,
they did.
It looked like an apple pie. It looked like an apple pie, but. The thing, I was like,
it was really good. I will say the food was very good. They ran out of the blue drink, which made me sad because I don't have a Jollibee. It's not like I can try one of them now. But
by the way, if anyone in America is listening to this, anyone in America listening, we still want the chicken emote. If anyone can give us a chicken emote, please, I want one. I want to eat chicken.
I want to eat chicken.
I want to eat chicken. Help! Let Chili and Paul eat chicken.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Speaking of food too, I also went to Requiem Cafe, that cafe in Anaheim that was all the collab was happening. It was really good. It was cute. I bought reservations, which I'm very glad I did because some people were waiting for hours to get in line there too. The drinks were kind of watered down. They were mid. They were okay, but honestly worth a social media post and a little snacky for.
Hoping they have food. I'm hoping they have food in the Berlin one, and not just you have to go out and grab it.
Oh,
Or have
please. That was
drinks
such
and
a
stuff.
pain.
That was
This
a
is the
big
first
pain,
FanFest I
bro.
know of that had food and water. Vegas had no water at all. So,
Nothing. Yeah, no, this venue was great. They had water fill stations all around the whole place, like for free, water fountains, and then had food areas inside the convention as well as a ton of food trucks right outside the entrance, and then like a bunch of restaurants within walking distance. So it was we lucked out. We ate.
I'm going to stuff my
Good
face full of
food.
sausage because Germany.
Okay, thanks.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You heard it here first.
Somebody clip that.
Sorry, yeah. Wobbsy sent me a DM of Bard, an image of Bard. It was just like this weird rock thing. And I was like, honestly, I don't know how this happened. And it says Bard, the source of every half-breed, crossbreed template in D&D.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
So it is getting late, and I don't know if Paul has got stuff to do tomorrow. So
Well, I gotta go wash out some wound and then go to bed. So
yeah, wait, what?
I gotta wash out my wound.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Not his womb.
Not my womb, my wounds.
Okay, I heard that. I'm like, wait, what?
Ugh, this
Get
podcast
your
took a really
hand.
dark, a really weird turn.
Look, I'm,
Get your
I'm,
head out of the
blaming,
gutter.
I'm blaming Wobbsy's image, okay, that he randomly sent me. Like,
Sure, yes. Sure.
but anyway, Pyra, thank you so much for joining us again, and hopefully we can have you on again in the future as well.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Anytime. It's always a blast hanging out with you, so I really appreciate you asking back.
Where can they find you? You know, where's all your different contents, and where can they chat with you on social media?
Yeah, I'm all over. Twitch and YouTube is the places where I'm kind of most active as far as content. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok technically, but I don't really talk there. And then my Discord, I'm all over the place. I do Final Fantasy 14 stuff 5-6 days a week at least, and I stream almost every single day. So yeah,
Nice.
I welcome everybody. As long as you want chaotic Chaos Gremlin vibes, then I'm here.
There we go.
Yeah, we hope to have you on again in the future. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Absolutely. Thank you both so much. It was a lot of fun.
And thank you for all the love today. We got a load of subs and gift subs today. So thank you to all the love. And thank you to Rogamaniac for pre-ordering free subs, or where that was, where he got free subs that haven't happened yet.
Remember, all your subs and all the money that goes from all that is going to our trip to Berlin, be it food, travel, I was about to say hotel, but I already booked the hotel. I just have to try and pay for it. So, yeah. But yes. So, thank you again for all the subs and love. So, Chili, where can they find you?
Okay, you can find me on Holofine Saying Gaming on YouTube. You can find me MG_Chili on Twitter. You can find me PlayStation Unchained. You can find me on Problematic Sticker. You can find me here on twitch.tv Moogle Go Round Radio on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. And also you can find us on, all the different audio things, but Moogle Go Round the audio version. And Paul.
Can't you? No, you can't find Chili on Paul. There's nothing.
Not if you.
I got that.
You said that, but Wobbsy.
Right, here we go. Let's just get a tattoo of Chili. There we go. Get that little tattoo. There, now he's on me.
Oh my!
Don't take it there, you dirty bird, thinking I have a wound.
Someone did. Wobbsy did.
God, my accent. Right, you can find me here on the weekends and Monday, and you can find me on Paul_Bun on Twitch as well, where I do some random other stuff, be it other games or when I play WoW. Haven't been streaming recently due to I am a blathering mess of medical needs. Some say I'm just a needy bitch, but unfortunately, my blood is trying to escape away from me. But other news, you can also find me PaulMetal1 on Twitter as well. Don't really post on there that much. Haven't really been doing much. I've been living. But yeah, that's where you can find me. I don't really do much. Thumbs up.
Well,
hiccups. I've got hiccups now.
Thank you, everyone. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Very well.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.